Well, good morning, my niecey poos, my nephews, my sisters, my brothers, my friends. I want to share a story with you. Oh, and by the way, it's waffles, smoked sausage, and hash browns. It's Super Bowl Sunday too, by the way. So, yeah. We'll do the eat right stuff tomorrow, I promise. I want to share a story with you because it's so important that I'm always teaching. That's what I love to do. And I've been thinking about what's going on with America right now. And I don't know if you're like me. Sometimes I carry the weight of the world on my heart. And I struggle with sleeping. So last night I was trying to sleep and I tossed and turned. It came to me of this event that happened when I was in second grade, y'all. In second grade, it was just my twin brother and my mother and I, my younger brother. He wasn't born yet. And we grew up in a sanctified holiness church. And I don't know if you know anything about that church background, but they don't believe in fighting. We were brought up to turn the other cheek, not to fight back if people try to fight you. So one Saturday, my twin brother and I were outside playing. In the neighborhood bullies, the little kids, they used to always mess with us, try to make us fight because they knew my mom wouldn't let us fight. We were to what? Turn the other cheek. Anyway, they end up harassing us so much so that my brother and I took off running. And remember, I grew up in South Central Los Angeles. And at the time, I think we lived in this apartment on 90th between Normandy and Butlong. Butlong, I think, was to the right, Normandy was to the left, and we were right in the middle of that street, 90th. But we took off running. We ran this way toward Butlong, down the street, around the corner and everything. We let those kids chase us, and we ended up coming back toward the left. And we came back up Normandy and down our street. The kids finally got tired of chasing us, so by the time we got back to our street, we didn't have to run anymore, but we were exhausted. So we made it home, and we went in the house, and my mom said, I told y'all to play outside in the front, not to leave the front. I told y'all when I look out that door, I better see y'all. And we said, but Mom, these kids were messing with us, and they were trying to fight us, and we ran. And she said, but I didn't see you. I said, yeah, we ran down the street and around the corner, and my mother went left, y'all. She said, you did what? Excuse me. This waffle is so fluffy. It's good. Delicious too. I'm using 100% maple syrup. But anyway, she said, don't you ever let someone chase you away from your home. When there's a problem, you run to your house. You don't run away from your house. Go get my belt. And my mother believed in whipping that, but not all the time, but for major things. And we couldn't understand why. We said, but Mom, we didn't fight. She said, yeah, you don't run away from your home. Don't you ever let somebody run away from your home. So we got a spanking. Because she said, you are never to run away from your home. You don't let someone chase you away from your home. You stand up, and that's where your strength is, at your home. You fight there on your home front. I'm thinking about what's going on in America. And I'm kind of guilty of what I'm about to say. So many people are thinking about leaving this country because of all the turmoil that's happening. Like, you know what? They're saying America's about to lose it. We're losing our democracy. We got to bounce. We got to go to another country. And I actually entertained that idea. I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I actually checked my passport, see if I need to renew it. And it reminded me this morning when I came up of that story, that moment when I was in second grade, and my mom whipped us for running away from the home when chaos came at our front door. And so the lesson today is, don't let someone chase you off of your home. Don't run away from where your strength is and your fortitude. And as much as you don't want to fight, sometimes you got to stand up for your rights. Maybe not necessarily take up arms, but Do the nonviolent way. Pick up the phone. Now, you've never heard me talk about politics on my channel. But like I said, so much is going on in America right now. I want to be that calming voice to you, give you something to do. Don't feel hopeless, but don't run away from your home. Those of you who love this country and believe in a democracy, our country is still a baby. It's not even 300 years old. Just yet. So stand up for it. Fight for it and believe in what you want. Call your senators and tell them you're not down with what's happening at all. And I'm all for being fair and equitable, but what's happening is the scales are tipped, and it's not the scales of justice, okay? As I close, I want you to take care of yourself, number one. Sunday morning, I got right up and had breakfast. I didn't put on clothes. But take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Fortify your home. Make sure you're strong. And don't get boggled down by all of the news that will weigh you down emotionally, where you don't have the strength or the stamina to know what to do next. And the stuff that's happening now caught me about 20 years ago when I was in my late 30s. I probably would have been out there at the Capitol marching with a sign, because that's how I was raised. But I don't have the stamina for now. I'm just going to lean on my faith. Trust that the younger generation does with the stamina and go do those marches safely. Make those phone calls. Sometimes, even if it's not your party, call the other party and tell them, hey, this is not right. You don't agree with it. You want them to hold their oath. Every person up there in Washington made an oath to the Constitution. We have to protect the Constitution, okay? We're not loyal to any man or woman that's up there in Washington. We're loyal to the Constitution, and that's where our democracy lies and our rights. I went to vote November 5th. I don't care what type of election is showing up in your community, whether it's the school board, whether it's the mayor, the governor. Show up for those elections. That's where it counts. What's happening now, it didn't happen overnight. These were all in plans going way back, probably 40 years ago. They've been playing chess. Your powerful, most intense protest is at the ballot box, okay? So please show up. I'm going to finish my breakfast because I need to go to Costco. Yes, I'm a Costco girl. I've been shut Sam's down years ago. And I'm going to go get their wings because it's Super Bowl Sunday. I had thought about not watching it as an act of protest. That's what I could do. But because we have Jalen Hurts, young, humble, nice young man playing as quarterback. And we have another young man. My oldest son is crazy about KC, so Kansas City and Mahomes. Mahomes is not my key player on that team. I'm rooting for either team because DeAndre Hopkins, that's my one and only favorite player on the Kansas City Chiefs. And I like DeAndre Hopkins because he was a great player here in Houston where I live, and I believe in my heart Texas did him wrong, so I'm so happy that he's getting his Super Bowl ring and Texas on the sideline looking. I love my Texans, but not as much as I love DeAndre Hopkins, so I'm excited that he's getting his ring. So today, may the best team win, but I'm really leaning toward Philly because I have family that live in Philly. But I'm going to try and remain neutral. All right, I've rambled enough. Take care of you. Love you. Peace.